So all that hot air is just blowing on me.
Welcome to Baking with Frank. Frank Rush was a baker at the turn of the 20th century at the Uffelman Baking Company in Cincinnati, and then at his own bakery in Newport, Kentucky. Frank was also my great-grandfather. Through his handwritten batch-sized recipe book, I'm breaking down his recipes and getting to know him better. I'm Tom Mattingly, and this is Baking with Frank.
Welcome back to Baking with Frank. That was a strange intro. Let's try that again. Welcome back to Baking with Frank. I don't know. Anywho, today we're back with Effie, and we are making Effie's chocolate pie. Now, this one seems to be fairly simple. 4 ingredients plus pie crust. Totally use store pie crust. So not showing you that because, you can handle that. Anyway, what we got here is, I'm sure you can see, there we go. All right, a pint of milk. In this case, I'm using half and half because, well, for one thing, it's what we have in the house. But for another thing, it's probably closer to what the Effie would have had because they didn't do all that, skim and 2% and all that nonsense. So we are going to boil said milk. This is probably going to take a minute since the milk was cold. Not much I can do to speed that up. So, because I care, I'm not going to subject you to all of that, just standing and stirring. You can go hit the like and the follow and the announce and happy birthday. I don't know, whatever button you got, hit all the buttons while I'm doing this. All right, we're getting some steam off the milk. It's not boiling yet. Just try not to knock everything over. Okay, you can still see that. Okay. Not quite boiling yet, but we're getting close, I think. I'm even going to turn up the heat a little bit. Just, because what's the worst that can happen? And yes, if you see, I am, for some unknown reason, also cleaning the oven at the same time. So all that hot air is just blowing on me, making it quite toasty in the kitchen. Seeing some little bubbles around the edges. It smells good, actually. It smells sweet. All right. Since I've never boiled milk before, we're going to call that boiled. And we're going to add to that, per Effie's instruction, let's go in order here, 5 ounces of sugar, 1 ounce of cocoa, and 1 tablespoon of starch. Cornstarch is what I assumed that meant. I guess we'll find out. And we're going to stir this a whole lot because it's looking really lumpy right now. I'm not 100% sure this is going to get to a pie consistency. And the only remaining instructions are meringue on top. That doesn't help. But I won't keep stirring. We'll see how she goes. So yeah, just a little bit of solids there, as you can see. One would think, here we go, a whisk. Let's try whisking it a little bit, just for kicks. See if that incorporates any of the stuff. better. Well, barring adding something else, I don't think that's going to get a lot thicker. All right, we're going to extremes because I just don't think this is going to thicken up. So in the cabinet, I found some pudding mix. Now it's vanilla pudding mix, and it might have expired in 2021. But none of that's of consequence. We're going to break up the lump mass that is said mix. And baby, we're going to add it right in. And want you to show the yuck. Yeah. I want to show you the destruction that just happened there. So, but you're seeing it going in here. That's thickening it up, I will say. Right quick, it's thickening it. Now I realize, because not my first day with pudding, that you don't typically use an instant pudding in a heated situation. But we were never going to get chocolate pie out of that chocolate pie. Now, we can just get to a state where there aren't as many lumps, preferably where there aren't any lumps. There are some in here, though. We're going to try to suss it out. Are we going to get every one of them? No, we're not. I have expectations, but they're not great expectations. All right, I'm going to call that good enough. Here is said pie crust. We're going to fill her up, and we're going to let it cool down. I realize you can't see much of this because there's a pan in the way, but trust me, there's chocolate going into a crust over here. Look at that. I mean, if nothing else, it looks pretty. All right. Wait, let me turn this off. We are going to let that cool. I don't think I can put it in the refrigerator. We'll let it cool, and then we're going to have pie. All right, chocolate pie, do your worst. So, unsurprisingly, a little more wiggly than I would have expected. But, also, I don't have any meringue. Sorry. Let's give it a taste. In the worst cases, I like put it on top of ice cream. Right? Yeah, that's kind of just a blob. But it's a blob we're going to taste. I'm not sure if it's the 5-year-old instant pudding or something else, but that's pretty terrible. No.